Hello everybody. Want to introduce the presentation today. We're doing maximizing WordPress with Nexternal. Invite you to please take a moment and make sure, please make sure that you are hearing me. There is an audio portion, so you're probably already dialed in, and you should also be seeing the screen as well. If you're not seeing the screen or you're not hearing me, please reference the email that you got for the instructions for the webinar. Now that you've taken a minute to make sure everything is working properly, I'd like to get started by welcoming you to our presentation, Maximizing WordPress with Nexternal. My name is Nathan Smallcombe, and I am a solution architect at Already Set Up. This means that I help design internet marketing solutions for clients and then oversee the process of implementing these strategies. Already Set Up is based in Northern California, and we are a tight group of seasoned professionals. We design, engineer, code, and promote web properties, including websites and mobile apps. We spend a lot of time doing SEO the right way and help clients spend advertising budgets as large as $45,000 per month with Google AdWords. Google has named us a partner based on our proficiency and prominence, and we have partnered with Nexternal because we believe they are the premier e-commerce provider. So here's what we're going to go over today in the presentation, Maximizing WordPress with Nexternal. We're going to go over WordPress, just exactly what is it. Some of you are probably coming from different backgrounds, whether you're already proficient in it or you've just heard somebody mention it and might be curious. We're going to cover that a little bit. We're also going to talk about content a little bit. We'll talk about how to connect that content to products, kind of go over some advanced content creation, and show you how to do better search. We hope that each of these agenda items provides you with value and each step along the way, and we promise that they'll get better and better as it goes along. Our main consideration and what we're really focused on doing is ultimately we want to help you sell more product. So a little bit of a background on WordPress. WordPress is a content management system, sometimes called or abbreviated CMS. And a content management system means that it stores your content and digital assets and then intelligently displays it according to a set of style rules. So just like Nexternal stores your products and then displays them, WordPress is good at displaying written contents. WordPress is extremely popular. It's responsible for about 15 billion page views per month, or in a more tangible real-world example, that's about 20% of the web runs WordPress. That's very prominent. Why is it this way? Largely because it's extensible, and that means that you can find plugins, which are code that other people have written that you can plug in to your WordPress and it does things for you. You don't need to be a developer when there are plugins that are readily available, and most of them are typically free. The other reason that it is so popular is because it is really easy to use. It's very focused on providing a simple self-service publishing platform. Again, no programming required, no HTML skills required. Ultimately, WordPress just helps you easily publish content. And for those of you who have not seen what WordPress looks like in the back end, I want to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to switch over to my browser because we can actually log in to our own website to do the editing. So here's our website. This is the back end of our website. We log into it and we see our dashboard. And this sort of at a glance gives us an idea of what's going on. What are the recent posts? What version of WordPress are we running? How many pages do we have out there? Also get a good idea of the recent things that we have published. You can see that we recently released a website, and we blogged that, and we also blogged this webinar. So in WordPress, we have two primary types of content that we're working with. I'm not going to go into media, pictures, video, those things. We're just going to stick with the written content for this. So the two primary types of content that we create with are posts and pages. Now, pages, everybody is familiar with what a page is. It's a web page. We create a page and we publish it to the website. Very self-explanatory. Posts require a little bit more thinking, as a post is a collection of information. So we go in, we create a post, and we join it to a category. For example, our blog or news. So what I want to show you today is I'm going to show you our post. And here is the post for this webinar. We publish this to our website. And you can see up at the top we have a title and we have the contents. Now, I actually view this in code view because I prefer code view, but you can also view this in a far more user-friendly WYSIWYG editor. But I have a code bias. So what I want to show you is what this really looks like right now on the website. So we're going to go ahead and view the post. And we just very simply announced this webinar and invited people to register for it. But what's probably pretty important to do is go back and keep that content current, because this has already happened. Actually, it's happening now. So I am going to add at the top of it, thank you for attending the webinar. Simple enough. And I'm just going to go ahead and update that post. And just like that, it's already been edited, and we can view it on the website. And in just a snap, I was able to edit the website. So a lot of people just love WordPress because it's so easy to use. It's so simple and straightforward. And that's what makes it popular. So WordPress is great with content. And to tell you a little bit more about content, I would like to introduce Denise Olaf. She is the content writer here at Already Set Up, and she helps our clients develop their content.
Thanks for the intro, Nathan. So as Nathan mentioned, I'm the in-house content writer for Already Set Up. If you're tuning in today, you're likely in the business of selling products that need to be connected to your website content in order to convert online searches to purchases and build your brand loyalty. So for the purpose of this webinar, content means any digital asset, that means written or recorded, that connects your brand to an audience. And examples of this would be blogs, editorial, full-length articles, maybe even recipes, reviews even, overall page content, and that's any kind of video clips, audio clips, and more. So the first thing you should know about content is that in today's world, sophisticated search engines don't fall for the old SEO content tactics. As a matter of fact, today's SEO hinges on original, high-quality content that corresponds directly with essential keywords. So before creating content, you need to develop a consistent keyword and content strategy for SEO purposes. Writing engaging, well-written, and really reliable content is going to be the primary influencer that's going to attract search engines and convince them to send visitors to your website. So when you engage with these visitors and you connect them with your products, it's ultimately going to drive them to make a purchase. So that said, when you're publishing content on your website, you should always associate it directly to the products you're trying to sell. So let me give you an example of that. You're a winery and you've just won an award for your Cabernet Sauvignon, and you want to write a blog about it, and you link in the blog to the winning wine to your online store. So in that blog, you're probably going to manually insert photos, maybe little wine information, some pricing information. However, as you know, these details can often change about your products over time. And when they do, what happens when, say, Wine Spectre magazine rates your wine 99 points, and so now you've raised the price of your wine 100% since the blog was written? Are you actually going to go remember to go back and change the price in the blog? And what about when the wine sells out? Are you going to update the blog to reflect that? So you can save yourself time by keeping your website content current, which is essential, and connecting to the live product information in your Nexternal catalog using Nexternal's totally robust API, and we've created an awesome and totally free plugin to do it. So next, Nate Bauer will be walking you through the installation and a live demo of our free Nexternal plugin, and he's going to reveal how to connect your Nexternal catalog to products mentioned throughout your website content.
Hello everyone, my name is Nate. I'm the designer here at Already Set Up, and I'm going to be walking you through some of the basic installation of the Nexternal plugin. So I've got the slideshow open here. I'm going to exit out of that for a moment. I'm going to head over to my browser, and I have already got a dashboard open here. So this is, just for reference, this is a very dry installation of WordPress. It's brand new, it's very vanilla. So there aren't any themes installed, and there aren't any other plugins installed. So I'm going to walk you through that. If I take my mouse and hover over plugins, I'm going to select the Add New, and that's going to allow me to search for a new plugin. Now this plugin is easy to remember. It's called External. So I'm just going to type that in and hit search. Now there should only be one, but should you have any doubts, you can know that this one's written by Nathan Smallcombe. You can read over here on the right side. So I'm going to select Install Now. It's going to ask me if I really want to do that. I'm going to say yes. And our particular hosting provider suggests that we create a backup first. I'm going to say no. It's not really important in this instance. You guys will most likely not get that screen. So now it's installed. I'm going to activate it. Perfect. So now the Nexternal plugin is completely installed. So there are two things we have to do before we're able to use this plugin. First, we have to go to our Nexternal account and enable the API, allowing us to access it. Then we have to go into WordPress and log in to our Nexternal account. Cool. So I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm going to go to nexternal.com/my, and then whatever your username is. In this instance, I've got a dummy account called up. So I'm going to go to nexternal.com/myup. And on the left dock here, I'm going to go to Settings and scroll all the way to the very bottom. This is a big screen. And down here at the bottom, you'll see Accepted XML Memorandum. Now, you're going to see a red X here similarly to what you see above. We've already accepted it, so that's why you see the green check. But should you have not, you select the Edit button on the left side, and this will give you a list of terms and conditions. You select the checkbox down below, and you accept those conditions, and that enables everything, and it gets you ready to go. So once you're done with that, you can exit out of this tab. We don't actually need that anymore. So going back to WordPress, now we just have to log in to our Nexternal account. So on the left side, I've got the Nexternal settings in our dock here. I'm going to select that, and so I bring up this screen. Now we've already logged in, it's remembered us, so this button normally won't be here, and if it's not here, this is just what you're going to see. It's totally easy. So you just type in your account name, you type in your username, and then you type in your password after that. So all is well there. Now below that, we've just got some general options for how one displays their products. You can display it as a carousel if you'd like. You can adjust the size, the height and width of your grid should you want to display more than one. But for right now, we're just worried about the display options. And there are really only four I'm worried about. The product price, the product image, the product name, and the short description. I'm not interested in original price or rating at the moment, so I'm going to leave the default as they are. And I'm going to select Update Options. Perfect. Now it's complaining that I didn't enter my password, but assuming you've logged in the account properly, you won't receive that error. So I'm going to go now to Pages. So now that we've logged into our Nexternal account and we've got the nexternal.com and enabled the API, we're now able to use the plugin properly. So on the Pages screen, I can select the Add New button, or I can hover over the plus sign and select a new page and create this page about some of our 2013 wines. So I'm going to entitle it 2013 Wines. And now we've got the Nexternal button appearing here at the top. Now if you don't see this, you're most likely in text view, which is the code view Nathan was referring to earlier. The visual tab is a much more easy to use method of viewing your content. You don't have to deal with code. So with the Nexternal button selected, I'm going to go ahead and hit the Nexternal button and wait for my internet to work. There we go. So now I'm going to go in and type in a product I want to use. Now this particular item is very cool because I can type in anything and it'll populate the drop-down for me. Very useful. So I'm going to select 2013 Surfside Pinot Grigio, and I'm going to select Add. Now I can do more than one here if I want to have an entire repertoire of products on this page, and I can display them in a grid should I want to. In this case, I'm just going to do one and I'm going to select single product, and note that it does have the 4 default options previously discussed already enabled. So that's great. So I'm going to hit insert, and that's going to go ahead and install my shortcode, or rather place my shortcode for me. Now off screen here, I've actually got some content that I've already written. I've actually copy pasted it from the Wikipedia article on Pinot Grigio, and I think I need a little break space there. That looks better. Cool. So now I've got my shortcode and I've got my content. I'm going to go ahead and preview this particular product on page and see what it looks like. So we're using the 2014 theme, by the way. So this looks a little dry. And there we go. So there's my product. Here's all my content on the right side, and I can style it in WordPress however I choose. And then if I go into this product, you can see my shopping cart. I can purchase multiple quantities of same items should I want to. So I've got ship to. I'm going to buy 4 of these guys. I'm going to add those to the cart. And you can see it swivel over there on the right side. Very cool. And something I haven't mentioned yet is that this price here alters depending on what the price of the actual object is. So if you increase the price of the object, that dynamically changes to the new one. If it's out of stock, it also shows that new product or that new alteration as well. Cool. So just to review, we have installed the Nexternal plugin, we've enabled the API on the Nexternal website, and we went back to WordPress and logged into our Nexternal plugin. Then, after all that was said and done, we went and created a new page and included our product using their shortcode and the Nexternal plugin. Perfect. So that was a basic demonstration of the plugin. I'm going to pass the mic over to Barry. She's going to give you a more live demo of a more custom implementation. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pass the mic over to him.
Hi, my name's Barry, and I write custom code and plugins for Already Set Up. And I wanted to talk today a little bit about custom coding and fine-tuning of Nexternal connectivity. Just a little bit of extra work going into this can go a long ways towards integrating your WordPress content platform with Nexternal and getting your site visitors to your products more efficiently. In WordPress, you can create pages and posts. Nathan gave us a basic review of what those pages and posts are, and we just saw Nate create a page using the basic Nexternal product plugin. This allows us to integrate live product data into content posts or pages. In addition to the basic posts and pages, you can also create custom post types, which require a little more coding and function as additional data models. These function much the same as posts or pages, but when properly configured, they can have more than a title and body. They can include multiple additional data parameters and can be displayed and styled independently through standard WordPress development practices. This lets us store other types of data, such as, say, Nexternal products. Let's take a look at one of our client sites, Teasdale Foods. In the Teasdale Foods dashboard, we can see that under the Nexternal settings, our custom plugin has a few extra parameters. One of those is products. This plugin creates a custom post type for the products themselves, which contain all the basic and in some cases not so basic information about the products, including pricing and category structure. If we take a look at one of these products, see that it contains a lot of custom details about the product information as it is imported from Nexternal. It also contains categorization exactly as the products are categorized on Nexternal. This plugin allows you to sync the information either manually or on a schedule, which updates all of your local information in this custom products data type from the Nexternal master information. This way, all of the information on WordPress is constantly updated to the master Nexternal records. This allows WordPress to use the data in its internal structure and create robust product listing pages, including categorization. If we were to take a look at Teasdale's All Products page, you can see we're actually using all of the product information that we've imported from Nexternal directly in WordPress. These pages link directly over to the Nexternal product pages, allowing ordering on each of these items. For the Nexternal client, we also created a second custom post type to handle and contain their collection of recipes. If we were to go back and look at recipes here, you can see it's an entirely separate type of data, which is listed on the left dock, and again contains a lot of custom information related particularly to recipes, which are content-rich articles related directly to product. These include ingredients, preparation. They also include their own taxonomies of recipe types and product types. They include a related category of recipes, and most importantly, they include a related product, which is related directly to that imported product under the Nexternal bar. The recipe's association with a product allows it to access all of the imported data of that product. And in this way, when we show a recipe, we can link directly to the product once again. So if a user were to go to Google and search for Teasdale Ranchero pinto beans, then they are likely to find the recipe for the Ranchero pinto beans. Since this article is full of content, it's likely to be relevant to the user's search and includes a direct link to the product, which once again takes us to that product's page and allows direct ordering. Once you have all this Nexternal data integrated directly into your WordPress system, the site can also use a single integrated search to find content, products, and more. For example, if we search for the phrase hominy on the website, the search returns not only basic site content, but more importantly, it directly returns products, which we have imported into the system, and those recipes that we've been taking a look at. All of these pages point users towards products and allow them to purchase directly. The integration for this kind of product data and search functionality is built upon the same basic connection that you saw in the free plugin there, but each one requires a little bit more customization for the API based on what type of products, how your SKUs are organized, what kind of product attributes you use, and what kind of functionality requirements the end website use. But once all the pieces are in place, everything just works together. If you take one thing away from this webinar, it should be this. If you are using WordPress and Nexternal, searches into and within your WordPress site need to include products. The end result is a completely integrated website experience that consistently directs your customers through content-rich pages, such as the recipes, directly to Nexternal store pages for your products, creating a seamless path for customers as they find site, investigate content, and buy products. If you're using a content management system such as WordPress for the front end of your site, it's crucial that your website reflect and reference your Nexternal product offerings as accurately as possible, providing more opportunities for customers to find what they need and for you to sell more products. All right, to wrap this up, I'm going to give it back to Nathan.
Thank you, Barry, for that discussion about custom data types and integrating products into your WordPress database. And also thanks again for showing us the importance of search. So today I spoke about the prominence of WordPress, and I gave you a little example of what a post type is and what a page is. And then Denise explained the importance of content and how it is used to connect your brand to your audience. Nate then showed you how to connect your content to your products with the free Nexternal plugin for WordPress. Barry showed you how to link custom post types, the recipes, to your products. And finally, the most important key to maximizing WordPress with Nexternal, integrated search, which displays your products along with other website content. So just a little bit more about us again. We're already set up. We do web design. We like to think that we're excellent at web design. We are deep in WordPress expertise. Like to think that we're one of the nation's top integrators. We write plenty of custom code, as you heard from Barry, and he showed you some examples. We do content writing, which is essentially just SEO done correctly, and we also do pay-per-click. So if you have a need for any of these services, please feel free to reach out to us and let us know if we can help you with these needs. Then I think we will adjourn this meeting. Thank you again, everybody, for attending. We really appreciate your time today. Hope you got something useful out of the presentation. Our goal was to make sure that and help you sell more product. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to do it. So once again, we're already set up. Thank you very much for your time today.